Jake found this letter, and it's exactly what we were talking about. Exactly. The idea behind this 18 years ago, I was explaining to Al, was, you work hard, you do your best, and life still happens. And, not because you're a bad person, not because someone up above is punishing you. It doesn't work like that. It's just luck. And the way the world happens, we all face things. And sometimes incredibly good people who work incredibly hard, you always wonder, man, what happened to them? Why did it fall apart for them? It falls apart easy. If you don't have money in the bank and your car breaks down, then how do you get to work? And if you don't get to work, how do you get paid? If you don't get paid, who pays your bills? And it's just that fast. Jake's handed this to me. He said, Johnny, a little over a month ago, my husband's truck broke down. Since we work separate shifts, we have to have a second vehicle to get us both to and from work and our kids to and from school. It caused us to spend $1,600 to get his truck fixed. With the winter season, my husband's income has decreased due to him working outdoors. He's a Google Fiber guy. Since then, we've become further behind on the bills, and we can't pay the past rent. Trying to come up with the funds for rent, I have to put off groceries, the electric bill, my car payment. We're struggling to make ends meet and keep our heads above water. I know there are thousands of other families out there in need and in a deserving position, but if you can find it in your heart to help us, I can only promise to pay it forward once we get back ahead. I'm very appreciative for you even reading the letter, Lisa. So Jake laid this out for me. And we'll get her on the phone, but they both work. She's a waitress. She works nights. He runs Google Fiber. They got a couple kids, 5 and 2, Alexa and Addie. They're just at that point, man, that if they don't catch a break, their electricity's going to be shut off, I guess. And it's due after Christmas, the 26th, and in Kansas City, they can shut it off, the power company, if it gets above freezing. And it'll be...
It's going to be 50 on Christmas.
Which means, and then they don't have to turn it back on, which means they'll have no power.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, right? They just...
Hello.
Lisa, this is Johnny Dare. We're on the radio. Is that okay?
Yes, that's okay.
All right, so you sent us a letter. What's happening with you?
Well, a few weeks before Thanksgiving, my husband's truck broke down, and we happened to have to come up with $1,600 to get it fixed. And just since then, we just cannot get caught up. The day after Christmas, they're going to be turning off our electric, and we have past due rent. We've gotten eviction notice. We've gotten it worked out where if I didn't make the past due payment in half of next month's payment, then they'll let us stay. But we have to come up with all of it.
How much is that?
It's around $560 total for all of it. The past due and half of the payment.
Okay. And then how much do you owe with electric?
We're behind $175 for past due, and it's around $400 total.
Okay. And what about that?
I just haven't been able to pay it.
I understand. It's okay. Listen, what about your car payment?
I paid half of it last month. There's about $210 left on that.
So what are we talking about here? How much total for a month and a half? Is that $860 total? Is that right?
A month and a half is $860. Yes.
Okay, and then you're talking about $400 you owe on your electric, $210. What about your kids? What about Christmas?
I haven't been able to get anything. My mom's gotten them each one toy that we're going to call from Santa, and that's all we have.
Take a breath. We'll work this out. What do you do for a living?
I'm a waitress.
And what, you work nights?
Yes, I work nights.
And Jake told me, what's your husband do? He runs Google Fiber?
He hangs up cable wire. Yes.
And tell me about your kids.
They're 5 and 3, and they're just my mom, she likes to call and pretend to be Santa for them. Because they're just so excited for Christmas.
Sure. You got a Christmas tree up?
We do have a tree.
So hold on a second. Jake told me you just moved here from Topeka in April.
Yes, we did.
What made you move to Kansas City?
For jobs, better opportunities.
Stay right there. Hold on a second, Lisa, okay? That's what I'm talking about. Think about what we're saying here. These people work. They're not, milking the system or afraid to go to work. She works nights while he works days. They have 2 kids. You got to have your car. You have to do what's right. And think how fast it can fall apart for a family if you don't have someone you can turn to, somebody you can borrow money from, somebody who can keep it together. Because that electricity goes off December 26th. That's the way the world is. So what are we talking about? 400, 210, 610, 860. We're talking about under $1,500 if you work with those kids.
1470.
It's the difference between being in the dark, in the cold, no Christmas, and worse yet, being evicted if you don't get that. And think about how much money you've wasted in the last year. Maybe just on drinks. Maybe on just crap. And it's the difference between a family being in the cold, being in the dark. Hard-working people. You're on the air. Good morning.
Hey, Johnny, this is Tim.
Hello? Who's this? Tim?
Yeah.
Hey, Tim, what can I do for you?
Yes, I was wanting to donate $100 to the family.
Yeah. Why, Tim?
I listen to these every year, and they just tear me up. And every year I call, I never can get through, and I've had a pretty good year, so I just wanted to try and help out.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a union plumber.
That's fantastic, man. That's great. You've got to work your ass off for that. That's not easy.
Yeah, it's pretty hard work, but I just wanted to try and help out.
I appreciate it, man. Merry Christmas, my friend.
Merry Christmas to you.
You drop it off at any U.S. bank.
Okay, I'll do it today.
Just tell them Hope for the Holidays. Any U.S. bank, that's all you got to find. Or you can always send it to us, 7000 Squib, Mission, Kansas, 66202, Hope for the Holidays. So walk in and just tell them Hope for the Holidays. Every U.S. bank knows exactly. E.
John, what's going on?
Who gave you this number?
You did one time when you were drinking.
Oh, it's Big Eric. What can I do for you, man?
What can I do for you? I'd like to help this lady. Joanne and I have had a fantastic year. We've been blessed with 3 kids, as you know. I can't even imagine how we would do this without all the help from friends and family and whatnot. If this lady's in need, I would like to step up and help because we've got a little more than we need, and that's just the way it's going to go because everybody's helping us. We'd like to help someone else too. It's never too late for that, that's for sure.
All right, man. Listen, you know the drill. You give it to me, I'll bring it in tomorrow. You can go to any U.S. bank and throw in Hope for the Holidays.
I will literally be at Price Chopper this morning. I can stop by the U.S. bank up there.
What are you going to drop off?
$100.
Excellent. Perfect, E. Thank you, man. I love you. I'll see you later.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, my friend. Who in the hell's that? You sure, Jake? Brian.
Yeah, this is Brian.
Hey, Brian, what's going on?
I got $1,500 I want to donate.
Where did you get $1,500?
Well, I started a collection amongst friends on Facebook, and friends and friends of friends all chipped in, and we raised about $3,800 for Hope for the Holidays.
Good, man. When did you start doing this?
I started it on December the 3rd.
And you already raised almost $4,000.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
There's a lot of people that's chipped in and helped me out with it, though, so I didn't do it by myself, by no means.
No, it's I think it's amazing. What made you do it?
Well, it's a long story. I had a deer on my motorcycle a year ago, and they found out I had a cyst on my kidney, and I had my kidney removed and found out I had stage 3 cancer. So I consider myself lucky to be alive, so I just can't afford.
Brian, is this the Brian I know? Have you?
I don't think so.
Let me tell you how strange this story is. I have a friend, Brian, who had the exact, it's not Brian, but exact same story. I thought you maybe were using an alias, who got into a motorcycle accident, And when they went to scan him, they found out he had a cyst on his kidney and took the kidney out, and it saved his life. I actually know somebody. That's why I was like, looking at Jinker, asking him if he's setting me up with you. That's amazing, man.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me also.
So then you felt compelled to pay that good luck forward.
Yeah, last year, November 18th, I had my left kidney removed. And during that time, I was off on the SNA, which is like short-term disability insurance.
Right.
And I was only bringing $180 a week home.
Uh-huh.
So, I probably should have made a call last year for myself for help, but I didn't do so. So I want to help out this year for somebody else.
Man, you're changing her life. You're changing everything, and those kids are really, they'll say you can't change the world, but I'll guarantee you this is that lady's world. You're a good man.
Well, I'm very happy to do it, Johnny.
Man, I love you, brother. I mean, it's huge. And all your friends and everybody who helped you, outstanding human beings. You're surrounded by wonderful people. You're lucky.
Well, I have a list of 175 people and about 8 businesses on that list that donated money. So
That's incredible.
it's pretty huge.
That's huge, man. You know what? And your ambition with this, you're just bird dogging this is incredible, man. Really well done, Brian. That's pretty amazing. What do you do for a living?
Thank you, Johnny.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a forklift mechanic at a steel foundry in Atchison.
I love you. Amazing.
Love you too, buddy.
Stay right there. That's amazing. It's not a doctor or lawyer. It's not a guy with a bunch of affluent friends. That's a guy who had to go out and hammer and tong that every dollar. That's amazing to me. $4,000 since December 5th. Think about what that takes. But, a guy in a rural community. So now where are we at?
That's $1,700, so that takes care of electric, car, rent, and it's a couple $100 for Christmas.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Hey, Miss Lisa. Are you listening?
I was.
All right. Listen, here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like the name of your landlord. Bring us his name and information. Bring us your electric bill. Bring us your car payment booklet. And we'll pay all of them directly and make sure that you're caught up on absolutely everything, okay?
Okay.
I've also got some gift cards for you to go shopping for your 2 kids, okay?
And I think Al was even talking about giving some tickets.
And Al Petrelli from TSO is here as well.
Hey, Lisa, how you doing, darling? Well, I tell you what, your story and what Johnny and everybody here is doing for you just inspired me. I thought I was having a pretty good day until I saw what folks in your community are really all about. So I hope, I don't know if you'd like to, but I'd love to have your family down at the show tonight.
Oh, I would love to, but I have to work. My husband, my kids, they only go by, and I have to go to work.
Well, you know what? You figure either side of it, either the afternoon show or the evening show. Let Johnny know what's up. And, I think, the kids would love it. What do you got, bro?
No. We'll work it out. We'll get your number. And if your husband can take him, or he's got a friend that can go with, or if you can get off work, whatever's right. There's no pressure there. But the offer's out there if you'd like to go.
Thank you so much.
Listen, do you have a great holiday? I'd love to meet you and the family one day, and you just take care of yourself because you just put the biggest lump in my throat and the biggest smile in my heart. So thank you. You just paid it forward already, darling.
You're gonna be okay. Now, if this all, you get even with your rent and your electric and your car payment. Does this get you in January where you'll be okay again?
Yes, I think so. Thank you guys so much.
Hey, also, before I forget,
Thank you so much, sweet.
our friends at Cosentino's would like to also give you a $500 gift card to any Cosentino's, Price Chopper, Sunfresh Apple Market. Lord knows, a guy who works outside. You're working hard. You got 2 kids. You can eat a lot of food, and they've got a lot of great healthy food down there that they would like to give you. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, hey, breathe.
You guys just see my Christmas.
Lisa, breathe. It's gonna be fine. Okay.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
For the last 18 years,